Hi everybody, welcome to our webinar on tech maintenance, what you should be focused on now while your volume is down to prepare for the recovery that's coming up. I'm Todd Davy, Senior VP of Sales at DRB Systems, and let's walk you through a few things today as we think about ways to get our car wash back up and running as we come out of the COVID-19 crisis. First thing we want to talk about are things that you can do to clean up your system. First thing you can focus on is your XPT screens. On your pay stations, you may have screens that are starting to look outdated. They might be a little hard to understand. And this is no better time than the present to work with us on cleaning up your screens, freshening up your logo, and freshening up the video that goes along with it. We want to make sure that we think about reducing touch points for your customers. And if you've watched our earlier webinar on contactless car wash transactions, we want to spend a lot of time making sure that we know how to minimize the contact that your consumer is having with the touchscreen. That'll make them feel safer. So as we talked about reducing touch points, you also want to make sure you have simple, easy to understand workflows that emphasize your monthly unlimited plans. Many customers are switching to unlimited now because they don't want to pay cash or credit every time they come in. Another thing you can consider is a unit-based plan. Unit-based plans are great for Uber, Lyft, taxis, and rideshare vehicles. Because with this, rather than selling them a $20 1 month all-you-can-wash plan, what you can do is sell them a $40 10 wash package or a $60 10 wash package. Once they've used up their 10 washes, we'll go ahead and recharge them for that $60 and they'll get 10 more washes that they can use. You can do this at 5 units, 10 units, 100 units, whatever kind of plan you want to configure. And you can even do a single unit-based plan for a customer who doesn't want to pull their credit card out every time they come into the wash. For that, you can sell them a single wash, take their credit card through your mobile connect or your website connect, or even at your pay station if they want to start there. And they'll get today's wash. When they come back in, we'll bill them their next wash. So they'll see a bill every time they come in, we'll hit their credit card. Really what they're doing is buying their next wash. It's a really cool way to encourage them to visit your site and make it a contactless transaction. We also want to take this time to review what you're charging your customers. It's a really good time to change your menus, change your pay stations, and refresh your pricing for the new prices and changes as we come in. Our friends at Suds Creative can not only work with you on marketing your site, but they can also use data to analyze your pricing and figure out what the right prices are for your business. Finally, refresh your look. It's a great time to make changes. You can paint, you can do other things around your site to give it a fresh new feel for when customers start coming back. In the back office with your SiteWatch system, it's a really good time to think about disabling old promotions and coupons. We never ever delete a discount offer or delete an item. We always want to do a disable, which hides it so you don't see it in configuration, but allows it to run on previous reports. It's a really good time to think about offers for when you reopen. If you're going to do any kind of to bring people back, this is the time that you want to set them up and test them while your business is a little bit slower and you minimize the interruption. Finally, you can take the time to review your sales reports. You can clean them up and make formatting changes. You've got time to spend in your back office digging through your data. Our Knowledge Center team and Scheduled Services team will be glad to help you with this. Just call them up and schedule time to work through these changes. Another thing that people often forget, but is a tool that you have in your SiteWatch system, is StatWatch. And from within StatWatch, on the Almanac page, there's a section called Industry Watch. When you click into this, you can take a look at how your wash is doing in comparison to your region by car volume. And you can see where you're at this year versus last year, or you can measure your sites in your chain against each other. The map that I'm showing on screen here shows a snapshot as of April 12th as to how the whole industry was doing. You know, we see a lot of red numbers right now. We're having a slow April and March. But when you look at the year-to-date numbers, they're not off as nearly as I thought they were, and we're going to be. And I'm encouraged that we're going to see them grow as we get out of the COVID-19 era that we're in right now. So you can check on this daily, or you can go out to our Data Bytes series at drbsystems.com/DRB is here to help. We'll show you that link a little bit later and have a link to it in our Facebook connection as well. We're doing weekly updates on what we're seeing in trends, both in car volume and on credit card transaction volume. It's kind of fun and interesting to watch. We've seen a little bit of a flattening and an uptick over the last few days, so we're excited about what we see going forward. Now let's talk about some software and hardware upgrades that you could be thinking about now at your site to position you well for when we come out of the crisis. First, on your point of sale, we've had a lot of full service car washes that are converting to exterior. And while you may not be able to just add a pay station now and make that happen, you might want to consider offering a tablet. With a tablet, you can interact with the consumer while they stay in their car. You can ring up their sales and you can swipe their credit card and hand it back and take care of it that way. The customer never has to leave their car. They minimize their touch points with your equipment and with your staff. It makes a much smoother transaction. The other thing that you can do with a tablet at an express exterior site is walk the line and take orders from the customers. You could print a pre-receipt that has a barcode on it, and when the customer pulls up to your pay station, all they need to do is scan the receipt and pay with their credit card, really eliminating the amount of time that they're touching the touchscreen and kind of making everybody feel like it's a much safer transaction. So we've seen a lot of customers either start using their tablets or add their tablets lately, and it's been a nice thing to watch. In the tunnel, it's a really good time to install no pileups. When your tunnel is a little bit slower, you can get your cameras installed and put no pileups in. What no pileups will give you is preventing collisions throughout your tunnel. It's the ultimate contactless transaction. With no pileups, then yes, you're slower now, so you may be seeing less crashes. But as time goes on and you want to stack your cars closer and closer together as we start to see volumes build, it's a really good time to get it dialed in now and ready to go. So we're seeing a lot of folks add no pileups and also add things like sonar, vehicle profile detection to handle truck beds and things like that. Work on, you're cleaning your equipment in the tunnel. It's a great time to enhance the technology in your tunnel as well. Other advanced technology that you can use on your point of sale system ties in with, we'll start with license plate recognition. LPR, Fast ID LPR, allows you to identify every customer that comes to your site. So if you have customers that come in during this time that aren't monthly plan members, you can start marketing to them at the XPT screen, because we'll identify non-members versus members. It's also a very fast transaction. When they pull up, we've already identified them. And if they're a plan member, up goes the gate and off they go, completely contactless. Mobile Connect is an app for the customer to buy and manage unlimited plans right from their phone. If you don't have our Mobile Connect product, you do have our website Connect product. You can get this with a mobile responsive website allowing you to sell plans. You can also load funds into your Wash wallet, which allows you to basically, kind of like a Dunkin' or a Starbucks app, put $50, $100, whatever in credit on your phone, and you can pay by scanning the barcode on that phone at the pay station. So if you've added the tablet for the contactless transaction, you hand the customer the receipt, they scan the barcoded receipt at the pay station, and then they scan their Wash wallet on their phone. They've actually never touched the pay station, never touched anything on there, and it's really reduced the ability, the contact points there. So it's a nice way to kind of walk through the transaction. And you'll see on the XPT that bright red barcode scanner, that's where you scan Mobile Connect on the pay station. Other things that you can think about adding at this time, we talked about no pileups and VPD already. It's also a good time to add car picks if you don't have it, to make queuing easier at your site. Moving cars around, one touch send, again, reducing those touch points for your employees so that they're not touching so you don't have multiple people touching the same surface. And a little outside of the technology side of things, it's a great time for you to be thinking about PPE. As an essential business, you probably stayed open, but you really should be considering giving masks to your team. And why not put your Wash logo on a mask? I've got my Cleveland Browns logo that one of my friends made for us. We've got a few other, we picked up the fabric at a store, they put it together. It's a really good, you're gonna see lots of people wearing masks. Might as well customize them. But also think about other safety things that you have such as gloves, steel-toed boots. It's a good time to refresh your safety procedures at your site. Even reflective vests to kind of show that the person is there. It's a good time to add that. Okay, we talked about different things you can do at your site with software and hardware and PPE. Let's think about recapturing members. I am not going to spend a lot of time on recapturing members, but what you're going to see as we come through this are a lot of people that may have canceled their plans and they're looking to restart their plans either at your Wash or maybe they've come from your competitor's Wash. On Tuesday at 11 o'clock Eastern, Jason Baumgartner from Suds Creative will be having a webinar that talks about ways to rapidly recapture your members and work on grabbing the members that may have been members at your competition. It's a great time to kind of grab those folks back. So we already got almost 200 people signed up for that webinar. We'd love to see you there. So sometime between now and Tuesday at 11, please register on our DRB Here to Help page. Here's a sneak preview of the DRB Here to Help page. You can access it by going to www.drbsystems.com/DRB is here to help. And you'll see there our CEO, Dan Pittman, with a welcome message. And then you'll see links to our Data Bites video series, along with other webinars we've done, such as this one, so you can have access to it and take a look and see what's going on. I really encourage you to go there. We're keeping it updated, and that will be where all of our content is shared over the next few weeks. That's all we've got for today. For those of you who tried to join on Facebook Live and saw our technical difficulties, I appreciate you taking part. Hopefully this webinar was helpful. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can give us a call at 800-336-6338. Our sales team is standing by to help you, or our Knowledge Center at 330-645-3299. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.